For the past months, we have been very much involved in concluding collective labor agreements for workers who work at different resorts on the island. And our recent one was a couple days ago. So let me just summarize. Some time ago, we concluded a negotiation with Oyster Bay Beach Resort. Then we also concluded CLA negotiation with Holland House Hotel. We also recently concluded CLA negotiation with Flamingo Beach Resort and Royal Palm. In those CLAs, or collective labor agreements, we, what I would say, stabilize and put in place working conditions, benefits, and salary adjustments accordingly for the workers on those resorts. However, for the CLA of Flamingo and Royal Palm, later this month or early in May, we will go back to conclude the financial package that the workers can see different areas where their salaries will be adjusted accordingly. So that is very important, for those who are members of WIFL. In spite of the very difficult and challenging times within the economy, we still are able to be flexible and work along with different companies in what we call the sharing the right proportion of the net with the employees. After deducting or taking away the different expenses, whatever is left, the employee should be sharing proportionately. And that's how we negotiate. Well, definitely, negotiation is not an easy thing. It's always a give and take. But the basis of negotiations, you have to convince the employer that what you're asking for is in his interest or her interest, while the workers benefit. So it's a two-way street which you must travel. As long as you're able to convince the employer that it is in his interest to do certain things, the workers will benefit and everybody will be happy. So that's why we term our relationship with management as a partnership relationship, because viability and profitability is important for job security. And that's how we move along with our CLAs, negotiations. The process of negotiations ended when the workers ratify the document. In other words, you get the proposals from the employees, what they want change, what they need, and then you go to the bargaining table along with your team, your shop stewards and other board members. At the end of that, it could take weeks, it could take months. What is important though is that when there's unity among the workers, you get the CLA negotiation conclude faster. But when there's no unity and the employer can identify that, it makes the process a little longer. So our priority is to maintain unity, because at the end of that whole process, you have to go back to those same workers to ratify that they agree in what was agreed upon. And as long as everybody give the consensus in terms of, okay, go ahead, then we go ahead and sign off. And these days, workers, well, at least the members of WIFL understand that having a collective labor agreement is very important. But what is important for me to mention is that when an employee starts working with the company, he signs an individual contract. And that contract is binding until the end of the employment. But when a union comes in and there's a CLA, a collective labor agreement, that individual contract ceases to exist, because in place now is that collective labor agreement. That's why it is important that the union negotiate good and proper benefits for its members, the employees. So in the long run, they can see the fruits of their labor, at harvest time. And harvest time means either at termination or at retirement.
Telcel Night of the Hitmakers. Telcel Night of the Hitmakers. Saturday, April 23rd, 2016 at Carnival Village. Featuring Tsunami. Control. Tanya St. Paul. Mika Ben. Jean-Marc Ferdinand. Kes the Band. Tickets in advance $30, $40 on the day of the show. Ticket outlets, Van Dorp, Adolphus Office Supply, and Domino's Pizza. Partners, Telcel, Heineken, Accessible Ventures. This is an extra tight entertainment production. Just say I.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands, even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there, because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Mega Wadi is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas really easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance. Here we go.
This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that have come to last. Here's to living in the now.
When you can afford what you crave, life just gets so
So
good.
alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey, I'm gonna live my life, feeling good, so good, real good, so
KFC, so good for everyone.
Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Hey Bob, you're on family vacation. Oh, but your daughter's got the measles. But don't worry about it. With your Be Sure travel insurance, children under 12 are covered for free.
Are you be Be sure.
Yeah, for free.
I like to be busy. Being busy, active, and productive is something that excites me more than I think anything else, other than my husband and kids. But I just love to be creative, and I love to come up with new business ideas, concepts, and just apply myself in a positive way. So having all the pageants is something is a dream come true. Of course, I hold 3 crowns myself. I've been in at least 7 pageants, first runner-ups and crowns. And for me, it is just a fulfilling excitement that I can't really describe. Yes.
Well, I see you had one of your first show. That was the
interview debate.
The debate.
Yes.
That was your first appearance
Correct.
compared to the training and everything.
Right.
And then this weekend, I think you also having the
Right. We have our healthy body swimsuit and sports competition, or sportswear competition, I should say.
But before you go into that,
sure.
I want to touch a little bit on the debate.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. Okay. Now, what prompted you to do a debate? Because this is the first time since you take over that anybody do a debate with a pageant.
Yes.
Right. And many people didn't quite
Understand that concept.
Understand the meaning of that.
Yes.
Right. So it sounds like you're putting them up to be politician, which is not, but you're putting them up to be more productive, to appear themselves much more better than
Correct. A politician can also be seen, or a parliamentarian minister is an ambassador of the country. They travel to represent the country, and of course, when we elect someone to be in such a prominent position, of course we want that person to have a certain level of intellect, that they understand what they're dealing with and they can deliver and articulate their words properly and represent the country to a certain level. There's no difference between a prominent individual in a parliamentarian position, a ministerial position, or that of a queen. She has to travel the same way, and she has to sell the country the same way, and she has to represent the country the same way. So why not test our young ladies to that level? We usually have the interview segment in a pageant that is right before or during your evening wear. Oftentimes the adrenaline is high, you're a bit nervous, you're trying to collect your thoughts, but not necessarily does it come over or flow that way. Because yes, sometimes the level of excitement and nerves can take over. So we don't necessarily get an opportunity, some ladies, to be able to answer the questions that would seem up to par to most. So we thought, why don't we introduce a platform where the ladies are able to just be in that setting and in that environment, where we get to explore and identify who has the knowledge, who's in tune with current events, who can deliver themselves and articulate their sentences in such a way that you can receive and command the attention of who's there, as a part of their audience. And I think that was captured on Sunday. It was quite interesting. I know that there are some persons that don't necessarily feel like it was a debate, because many of the ladies didn't per se oppose each other in particular topics or situations that were questions that were posed, which I understand. This is a new one, something new, and everyone has to basically get an idea and a feel of the concept. It'll catch on, it'll come about. But I still believe that the ladies in many instances represented themselves well, because despite the fact that I may agree and not particularly oppose someone's statement, I'd like to look at it from a different perspective or add more to it. But when that happens, what you look for there is the content, the way that the delegate is able to deliver herself in her speech, to articulate her sentences. Was she stronger in the person that answered the question, even though she rebutted, and her rebuttal is not really a rebuttal because she's not objecting or opposing to, but still we can measure her delivery and if her content makes sense. Yes, so at the end of the day, we're able to identify who's still stronger in that regard.
Well, he had a good attending crowd.
Oh, it was amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of surprised you.
It was.
That amount of people came out.
It was.
So
it was. And I thank them. I thank them that they did come out. St. Martin is a very tough crowd to please.
Yes.
And being a new production ourselves as Posh Productions, we did not want to go in an arena was way too big and then you don't know what the response is going to be, because people tend to be a little reluctant. I'm not sure I want to invest my money there yet. Let me see what you're capable of. But I do believe that we have set our stance in terms of the quality that Posh Production produces. We stand by our name. I believe in the word posh. By definition, it's about elegance, it's about professionalism, it's about beauty, and just identifying about being posh and elegant. And I think we delivered that on Sunday. And that is exactly what you will receive from us every time you attend one of our shows.
So, in other words, what you're saying is that every pattern that come up, you're going to be doing that with all the different patterns that you have.
Well, the degree and the level of production, yes.
Yeah.
That's just me. I just need to have, I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I just want to introduce a new feel than what people are usually, what you're accustomed to. Right. The mission was accomplished for me when, the reviews are like, some people can't even really tell that they were in the Bel Air Community Center because they've gone to events there before, and it's kind of like, okay. But after Sunday, they're like, it just didn't feel like we were in the Bel Air Community Center. So for me, mission accomplished. So our juniors and our teens are going to be displaying sportswear. They can add creativity to it, but a sports that captures their attention, and they're going to wear the attire of that. They'll probably do a little performance and routine for you to depict that. And then we'll have our seniors and our matures. They'll first have an initial appearance, and then they're going to have a second individual appearance in creative swimwear. So that's going to be very exciting to see how they're going to display their swimwear and their creativity in terms of them and their team putting together not just a swimsuit for you, but just a little bit more twist to it. What we opened the delegates to this year is creativity. I did not apply much restriction to the delegates because I believe that over the course of the years, people already know what they're going to expect, and there's not much enthusiasm surrounding the pageants. But I'm trying to change that in terms of giving that flexibility and that creative span that you can go out the box and you can just explore your mind as to what you can do to give the audience goosebumps,
So that's one your great second show that people can look out for, right? How many appearances will they be doing on that day? Just one appearance, just in the sports?
Well, our juniors are going to be doing one appearance each, yes, and it is a total of 7 of them, between 3 in our juniors and 4 in our teens. And they're going to be doing their own individual performances in their sportswear. But there will be 2 appearances from our senior and our mature delegates, yes.
And then what are the starting time and the day?
It's going to be on this Saturday, April 9th. It's going to start promptly at 3 o'clock.
Girl, just me and you. What's up? This is your boy Faz.
This is Merge, and we are Brackets, and we're coming to African Flavor Concert in St. Martin's on the 26th of April. Don't miss it because you miss it. You lose St. Martin's today, so yeah.
Simmy, aha. Yo, you don't know St. Martin. This is Benja, and I'll be there April 26th. You don't know. It's all about Festival Village. You don't know African Flavor. I'm telling you, Simmy, aha. Soca does give me powers. I'll be there live.
Get ready, St. Martin. Bracket is coming for the first time in Carnival history in St. Martin. Also performing Benja,
I'm phenomenal.
Roxy, Timo,
now we go.
Oswald, Norvander, dancers, and Fred York. Come celebrate Carnival with Bracket straight from Africa on April 26th. Get your advance tickets for only $40 and $45 at the gate. Tickets available at Ikimba Front Street, Van Dorp, both locations, and Adolphus Richardson on the Pondville and SOS Radio Marigot. Did I forget to mention that ticket purchase qualifies you for a round-trip ticket for two to Nigeria? This is one show you can't afford to miss.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Now, I don't know if I should say this, or maybe I might be saying something wrong in a way, but is this parade is only set for women? Because I never see so many women come out for this thing.
Yeah.
I see less men. Maybe I probably when I get it was only man.
There are a lot of there are a lot of men as well. There are a lot of men. There are a lot of men. The thing is, of course, in St. Martin, there's on a good day, there's 10 women to 1 man. And that in and of itself is a problem, but no, it is what it is. I mean, there's women outweigh men on a good day. I mean, we're just more than men.
People will say, but where you getting all these women from?
They're coming out of the woodwork, right? Again, it's a venue that they feel safe in. There are a lot of single women in St. Martin, and so they want to feel safe. And this is a good venue where they can go, have fun, and be safe.
And I know some women also use it to get the fitness.
Yes,
there is the medical. If some of them have the medical.
Yes, absolutely.
Exercise, we do for them,
Absolutely.
It's young and old. It's
Yes.
not only young. You're
Yes.
saying it.
Absolutely.
Old people coming out and they dance it like how you just finished it. They're free.
Absolutely, they're
to
free,
dance.
and they're free, and they're not afraid of being pushed or being caught in a section where they're rough and throwing bear and stuff. At this stage of the game, that's not our scene. And I'm probably aging myself more than I need to, but it's not the scene that I want either. So, and I don't. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
I know you was a very hard-working woman for when it comes around Carnival. The beauty is that you just put in it. You go all the way out and everything. I know it's a lot of work.
Yes.
Would you say that this one is more work for you or less work than when you're actually doing the parade?
No, this one is by far less work. By far. Like, by far less work.
How much time does it take to prepare this? It
takes.
To a village now.
We're
expanding with a group.
Yeah, well, we it definitely as we've added components, the level of work has grown exponentially because, of course, you need to be prepared for that. And anybody that knows me, I like to have everything in order. I don't like anything left to the last minute. That's not me. And that's just not me. So, it is a lot more work, but I am very, very blessed to have people around me. Maureen. Maureen is in my office and basically works as hard at this as I do. I've got Carl, I've got Patsy. Anybody that knows Rio Production knows that my name is synonymous to Rio, but is also synonymous to Patsy. She's the go-to when I'm not around, and literally she has she because she's been in it with me for so long, she knows what to do at which point. Sometimes I don't even have to complete the sentence. She knows where I'm going with it. This morning, as I woke up, there was a list of things for me to do because, you know, she says, you know, remember this, remember this, remember that. We added some members to the team this year because Amina, who was also integral in the preparation for the lighted parade in the past, she's you know she couldn't assist this year. She's had you know two babies. So I needed somebody to assist there, and we got my good friend Ryan, and so he's taking care of all the marketing and stuff like that. And as a team, we have just we've gelled, and it's made it very easy. So it really has to do with who you surround yourself with, because if it's all nice and dandy to say, I'm part of the team, but the only part you want to be is the night of the parade at the front of the parade. That doesn't work. That doesn't work because you need to get involved during the entire process. And that's with any organization, whether it's Carnival or whether it's business or foundations or association, it doesn't matter. There's going to be talkers and there are going to be workers. I tend to choose my workers. You know, the other thing that I wanted to say as far as that's concerned is that I've been very, very fortunate to have sponsors that have come on board in a major way. Literally, I don't consider them a sponsor anymore. I consider them partners in this event. UTS, Chippy, is a partner in this event. It was, you know, they've been on board for the last 5 years, and they've come on board more supportively in this parade. CLT, Caribbean Liquors and Tobacco, they have come on board as they're part of the organizers. So these are all partners of this event. They're not just sponsors anymore, they're partners in this event. And, you know, they've got, like I have my teams, when we have meetings, they come with their teams. And, you know, it's all about the communication, and everybody knows what page they're on, and commitment to the success of the event. And as long as there's communication and everybody is on the same page, nobody's left to wonder. And if you're not left to wonder, then everything goes smoothly.